Oh, I think I'm live. Game audio good. All right, excellent. Hi everyone. Welcome to the Monday night SciFiAIguy stream, where I would normally play sci-fi games with AI themes, but it's almost Christmas, and as I did last year, I decided to play something else. Tearaway was considered, but the last time I tried to jump into Tearaway after months of not having played it, or at the very least a long time, I had no idea what I was doing. I'd forgotten the controls, I'd forgotten all of the cool mechanics, and while it was fun, it lacked the same impact. And other games were thrown around. I looked at some demos. I was like, oh, I could just download whatever from the PlayStation Store, whatever demo that would give, you know, between 1 and 2 hours of ridiculous gameplay, and give that a whirl. That was considered, but none of the demos looked like anything I would want to jump into necessarily, or they looked too intensive. Like arcade-style stuff, right? Where there's less of me hanging out with you guys and more of me just, you know, rocking my controller constantly, which is not unwelcome, and I, you know, can't necessarily do that for a prolonged period of time anyway. So, yeah, it was pointed out that Dishonored 2 is a game that I own, have barely played, and really like, so I'm chucking it on, giving it a go. Hello, place. Welcome, welcome. Untitled Goose Game. Untitled Goose Game costs money, unfortunately. And if it was cheap enough, I would have grabbed it. But no. Even you know, $20 and change is not something I can afford at the moment, unfortunately. At some point, I would love to play Untitled Goose Game on this channel, because I love my chat, and I'm sure we could all have a great time. But not today. Funds are too low. And I already own Dishonored, and I mean, Dishonored was like a gift from a Christmas or two ago. Like, I've had it for far too long and done far too little with it. So it would be nice to, you know, give it a shot. I mean, a stream possibly isn't even the great place to do it either, but I did not want to play State of Mind. Also, today has been really good. The Christmas in-laws tour as a replacement for an actual Christmas Day experience. But what that meant in practice was about 5 or 6 hours. No, sorry, 4 or 5 hours of social stuff. So I'm a little burned out, little bit zonked, but that's fine. We're just going to do the tutorial, because I mean, I've done this tutorial 2 or 3 times now, but I need to be reminded how to play this fucking game. So the first Dishonored is one of my favorite games of all time. I played it on the Xbox, the 360 specifically, and loved it. Played the main game a couple times. Oh, accessibility settings, yes. I think they're already on, and I think the accessibility settings don't matter so much in the tutorial. But I will double check them, yes.
I remember training with my father in the years after the rat plague. Someday, he said, our enemies will come for you.
So this is almost certainly a lot. If you're not aware of the Dishonored world,
the sounds and smells of Dunwall never change much.
Yep.
This is my city.
Urban fantasy. Look at that. There is a whale, because whaling is what is done. Whale oil is like a magical substance, because whales here have like tentacles and teeth. So it is a strange world. Like, this is true weird fiction sort of shit. I won't give too much detail on what Dishonored was about necessarily, but I am...
What training regimen does Father have in store for me today?
Being trained here by my father to survive.
All right, Majesty. Let's see what you can do.
Okay, mobility training. Alright. Crouch. Yep, I was already doing that. That's great. Climb. Yep, X. Climb. What?
If I could go fast enough, I could slide beneath that.
Hurry!
Come on, I can do this.
There we go. Yep.
Easy as cake.
Sprint, vault the obstacle, then slide under.
Okay.
I need to sprint, vault over the obstacle, and then slide under the door.
Okay.
Never doubted I could make that.
What's interesting to me about this game as a difference between this and the first one is
What's next?
I played a silent protagonist in the first one. So in the first one I played the father figure here, Corvo Atano. Whereas here I'm playing... Shit, is her name Elizabeth? My brain is not up to scratch at the moment. Anyway. It is an assassination game. First person, choose your own path kind of game. Basically has good and bad endings based on whether you murder people or just sort of do silent takedowns. Oh, near a chain to start climbing. Okay. Climbing, use L to move up and down. That tracks with my experience of... Yep, okay. My instinct is to crouch as often as possible.
And jumping.
Because that's stealth mode. And
now
stealth
to
is
test
my
my
fave.
agility.
Sprint and jump, okay. Sprint is... Yeah, cool.
Come to me. You've learned well.
Emily.
Let's see how quiet you are, young lady.
Yeah, here we go, stealth time. Stealth, so, toggle into stealth mode. Enemies are slower to detect in stealth mode. Being above them is safe. Being in shadow is important. Cool, alright. So I have to sneak up on and choke out
Father's always
my own
on
dad.
about the value of quiet feet.
So this is apparently sufficient cover. I've played this tutorial before. I'm mainly just doing it to remember the controls, but I think he will... Oh no. Okay, he can actually see me. That was...
You're quick enough with the chokehold. That's one more person who gets to wake up and go home.
Nope. That's...
Get behind the enemy. Catch
Oh,
them.
R1. I get left and right mixed up only when I'm using a PlayStation controller. I don't get it mixed up in real life, but I get it mixed up with a PlayStation controller. Okay, in this one, I
hear you or see you.
pick his pocket. And...
Crouch down and approach from behind.
Didn't see anything at all. Why fight when you can slip past?
Yep. Non-lethal is way more fun. Also because the combat is... Well, the combat in the first one, I was okay at it, but I was not amazing. I did a lot of save scumming.
Everyone in the building. Your crossbow is quiet.
Aiming with a joystick, not my favourite. As you can see, I'm fucking terrible at it. Lots of shitty little adjustments. No. Like, look at this shit. Who has the time?
Perfect shot. Time for some more weapons and combat
Shit,
training.
I'm terrible at this bit.
Let's beat each other up, shall we? Yes. You hit hard. Good. A clean... That's my daughter. When someone swings a sword at you, block.
I hate blocking. I want to block, okay. Oh shit.
Good. luck with your blade. Come on.
Fucking come at me with the blade and I'll
Well
block
done.
it. Okay.
Very good. You've got a natural instinct for fighting.
Yeah, in this tutorial. I was
If you
just
time
fucking
your block
shame
right,
on the
you'll throw an
family
enemy
name
off
last time.
balance.
Alright.
Come on. You're quick. Come on. Smart move. That'd
Okay.
stop even the most black-hearted killer. You can choke an enemy out, even in combat.
Okay, off balance. Like a double R1.
Fatality.
So there's going to be R1, R2. Okay.
When someone swings a sword at you, block. Come on. Come on. Come on. I feel better knowing you can take care of yourself. When trouble does finally come, you're ready to fight.
Yeah, not if, when. Very certain. So yeah, the face on the left is Corvo from the first game, and in this game. And the face on the right is obviously Emily. And you can play as either. And I am absolutely going to play as Emily. Yes, yes. This is all probably fine. I think... Yeah. Oh, let's make sure subtitle all dialogue is good. I think the accessibility stuff comes in when I go to the campaign. Yeah, new game. A new campaign slot, I guess. Hang on, I'm gonna overwrite all of these. Yeah, I'm starting fresh. I'm not gonna jump back into the time that I played it in January 2017. That's how long ago I got this game. Jesus. Yeah, wow, that's embarrassing. Alright, I gotta get on this. Yeah, I'm gonna overwrite this. Correct. Because I'm save scumming. Easy. What's custom? Difficulty. So... Oh, free. Slowed time, yep. Enemy perception, slow as possible. Reduced. Lean visibility, hidden. Constrained leaning, no. Fast effects, oh. Less noise, less noisy. Yeah, this is all, No, oh, for God's sakes, yeah. I already did the tutorial. Okay. We're doing it. Whew. So today, a long day in Dunwall. Today marks the anniversary of the death of Empress Jessamine Cauldron, assassinated 15 years ago. Visitors from across the Empire of the Isles have journeyed to Dunwall Tower for the occasion.
Why do we celebrate the anniversary of an assassination? 15 years ago, in the middle of a plague that nearly destroyed Dunwall, a paid killer assaulted the palace where I was born and stabbed my mother in the heart. In the aftermath, the men who sent the assassin tried to use me as a pawn in a game of power. They would have succeeded, but my father, Corvo Attano, hunted them down and cut their conspiracy to pieces. All these years later, am I the ruler my mother wanted me to be? Now, we face a new crisis. A monster the papers are calling the Crown Killer has been picking off my enemies and dressing it up like my father and I are responsible.
Oh yeah, Crown Killer.
I don't know whether to get on a ship and sail to the opposite side of the world, or to have everyone around me executed.
That is a weird binary set of choices. I don't know whether to completely abdicate the throne and flee, or to kill everyone in a 5-mile radius.
Watch your step, Majesty.
I'm not looking forward to all the ceremony today.
Your signet ring. There. You're ready.
Oh, I have
Thank
that
you,
ring.
Alexei. Open the doors.
All hail Her Imperial Majesty, Emily Caldwin.
Loyal subjects, we're going through a difficult time, but today we honor my mother, the late Jessamine Caldwin. May her memory survive through the ages.
Emily.
You look tired, Father.
Every year, I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier, but it never is.
I wish Mother was still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the Crown Killer, eventually.
People are saying it's you. That these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No, someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
I wish I could just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. I should have passed a law against that combination of titles years ago.
Your Majesty, before we begin the day's observances, we have an unexpected visitor, the Duke of Serkonos.
Ramsay says the Duke is bringing special gifts.
That's intriguing.
His Grace Luca Abel, Duke of Serkonos!
Oh yeah, mechanoids.
Mechanical soldiers.
Kind of AI?
Amazing.
What is this, Ramsay? I didn't authorize those things.
Your Imperial Majesty and Royal Protector Corvo Attano, a native of our homeland. Serkonos offers condolences on this sorrowful day, and gifts to remind you of our nation, the rising star on the southern horizon.
That's what's his face.
We thank you,
Dude who played
Grace.
Kingpin.
Save your thanks. For now, I give you the greatest gift of all, family. I present the lost sister of Jessamine Caldwin, your rightful empress, Delilah Caldwin.
Impossible.
My mother had a sister?
My dearest niece, hello.
It's not true.
My father was Emperor Euhorn Jacob Caldwin, and Jessamine was my younger sister. At the time of her death, I wasn't ready to make myself known to you, and I was forced to leave Dunwall. But now I'm home.
If you really are my mother's sister, you're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Little sparrow, blackened by bad memories, I'm here to relieve you of your crown.
I wonder if she's
My
evil.
father's promise, whispered in secret so many years ago, is now fulfilled.
Watch your tongue. Emily Caldwin is the daughter of Empress Jessamine Caldwin.
Royal Protector. How naive to think you could get away with these murders. Living in my palace has protected you, but that's over. Hear me, all of you. Your rightful Empress has returned.
All hail the Empress Delilah, first of her name. Arrest Emily Caldwin and her father for the Crown Killer murder.
What?
Can't still my heart.
Oh, he did. He stabbed her. I will play as Emily, because of course I will. Oh! Oh! Emily Caldwin is voiced by the person who voices SciFi. That's great! Huh. Well, there you go. Play as Emily Caldwin. Yeah, let's play SciFi.
Cast you in cold marble. Sweet girl, over time you'll come to love me. Perhaps someday you'll see me as the mother you lost. But until then, you'll be kept out of trouble.
I'll lock Lady Emily in her chambers, and then I'll bring her to Cauldron's prison until her trial.
So the pacing of that cutscene is really
My father
weird and
lost
annoying.
it all when I was a boy, so now I wear this uniform, and I send 20-year-olds out to
the
patrol
writing's
the
a bit
rose
weird.
gardens instead of drinking with the men from the shooting club.
I mean, the writing from Dishonored 1 probably wasn't perfect,
Captain
but,
Ramsey, I heard shouting. Lady Emily, what happened?
oh,
That'll be all, Captain Mayhew.
No!
That's the Royal Protector's fancy weapon. What kind of sword folds in half?
yep, starts out pretty grim, but that's the world they built. A grim one.
There's a legend in the Tower Guard about the Empress's last resort, a safe room inside your chambers holding enough gold to buy a good-sized island. They say that this ring is one of the only 2 keys to exist.
There should have been a few more lines there, surely, about how he wants to find this place. Or, yeah.
What happened? Alexei. The throne room. Father. Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here.
Damn right.
Should I just spin it and pick a place to hide for a while?
That's right. If I
need
click and
time to
interact
think.
with something, I'll say a line.
Of course, is Corporal Dial. Ramsey knows what he's doing. The man's moving up in the world. He's old blood. One of the good families. And now that he's helped the rightful Empress take the throne,
These bastards are working with Ramsey and the Duke of Serkonos.
you'd be smart to remember that.
I'm hungry.
Yes, a lot of stealth mechanics, a lot of peeking through keyholes. Letter from the Tivian Trade Commission. Our most esteemed Empress, as you know, freight from Serkonos bound for Tivia is now routinely set upon by pirates or spoiled with bloodflies. In addition to the loss of Tivian lives, be they crew, dock workers or shopkeepers, there is the material cost of the cargo itself, which can barely be calculated. If things continue unchecked, we'll be forced to cease trading with Serkonos, and perhaps even embargo ships from the southernmost isle altogether. But this need not come to pass. The Trade Commission is a reasonable body and has already considered remedies to ameliorate the situation. We seek the following. 1. Independent qualified inspectors at all ports. 2. Patrols to defend against pirates and smugglers. 3. Compensation for the previous and future losses. It is this list of remedies that I wish to discuss with you in person at the earliest possible opportunity. So far, your staff have resisted our efforts to establish a definitive time for negotiation. Prompt them to action, Majesty, for we are eager to travel to Dunwall. Until we can sit down and discuss this in a civilized fashion, I will send you our best. Demian Shiguin, Principal Tivian Trade Commission. So there are many islands in this sort of chain of nations. There we go. Excuse me while I eat. Fresh fruits. Oh, rotten fruit. Rotten food does not replenish. That makes sense. Letter from Advisor Helmswater. Empress, we face yet another murder, and I cannot remain silent on this matter. Strange is it not that all the victims have openly opposed you? If not strange, then oh so very convenient. Is there anything you wish to tell me, Majesty? How can I be an advisor if you don't include me in these most sensitive of endeavours? I feel I must be the only person in Dunwall who doesn't know the truth about the Crown Killer. Don't leave me out in the cold. I remain your trusted servant and advisor, Leonara Helmswater. Water. Oh, ship launch protocol. I love those. Empress, after the Royal Protector's shakedown cruise, will launch the ISS Jessamine Coldwin just before the anniversary of your mother's passing, pending your approval, of course. On the platform, we will have a bottle of King Street brandy tied to a long tether that you will release to swing out against the hull. What you say during the ceremony is, of course, up to you, but here are some ideas intended to serve as food for thought. May a brisk wind hurry you to shores near, far, and fair. May you shelter your crew from the perils of the terrible ocean. May you always sail for Bristol, true of heart, and homeward bound. Yours faithfully, Advisor Wainwright. I've long fantasized about a good role-playing game in this setting, because it's got a lot of known hooks. It's just very sort of British/United Kingdom, but with some extra stuff thrown in. Like you can adapt existing understanding to have this world work. Schedule for Middlesong's Eve. Empress, presented for your approval the schedule for Middlesong's Eve. Morning meal with Tivian Trade Commission. Presentation from the research vessel Loblolly Swift, just returned from newly discovered island chain off Pandician continent. Midday meal with dignitaries from Morlaix. They will present you with a gift in exchange for your attention to their complaints. Dedication and speech for new wing at the infirmary house for aged seafarers. Meeting with advisors on the issue of bloodflies in the south. Evening meal with Lord Corvo at his request. Eric Plainstow, scheduling secretary. So we were clearly a busy political individual, as is befitting a typewriter. I love this keyboard. This sphere. Yeah, novel. Alright, out the window, if I recall. Out one of these windows. I feel like that's the... Yeah.
How many times have I looked at that skyline? It feels like everything just changed.
Yeah, now all I hear is SciFi. Yeah, what astounded me when I played the first Dishonored was the obscene verticality it offered. I could climb up and look down from larger and more interesting surrounds than I ever had in any other game. It was fucking amazing. There is an ability called Blink that I will certainly get soon, or soonish, which is basically like a short-range teleport, but you can blink upwards. And blinking up and mantling up onto, you know, eaves and rooftops is so fucking pleasing. Holy shit. Alright.
Delilah is some sort of witch. How is this possible?
Oh, this person's alive. Oh,
Lady
Alexi's
Emily,
alive.
You're all right. Where's the Royal Protector?
There's a coup underway. My father is... he's imprisoned, for lack of a better word.
You've got to get out of the tower. Through your safe room. There was a captain earlier today, down at the docks. Looking for the Royal Protector. Find her. Get out of Dunwall.
Alexei, I'm sorry. Goodbye.
There is a certain terseness. Mission clue, read journal. A new captain who goes by the name of Megan Foster arrived in Dunwall. She's looking for Corvo Atano. Maybe she can help you. Cool, so this is the mission clues travel log. New year, we're starting a new year. Maybe 1852 will be less boring than 1851. I can't wait for Wyman to get back to Dunwall. We'll go to the abandoned mansion I discovered the other night at the edge of Rudshaw. Maybe I'll have time to turn it into a scary, haunted house before using sheets and hiding... beforehand, using an old autograph upstairs. Wyman would love that. We'll get spooked and hold hands, screaming and laughing. Come on, Emily, you promised to be more serious and to listen at court, and you're already planning your next escape. Let's start this diary again. Proposals for a new decree on whale oil rationing and distribution. The anniversary, that time of year again, the anniversary of my mother's death. There's no real time for reflection though. It's all security protocols, menus, guest lists, and it's impossible to slip out at night. I feel like a caged bird. They've already got me memorizing this year's speech. It's endless. Would it be so terrible if I just said what I remember about her? That wink she gave me even as she was scolding me after I was caught climbing the statue of my grandfather? The sound of her footsteps as she paced at night? The time we shared a cabin on a boat trip to Driscoll? Or the time she agreed to let Corvo teach me to fish but then had to pull a hook from my arm? Now that would be a speech. Objectives. Yep. So I'll eliminate Mortimer Ramsey. So I need to get to the safe room. He has the signet ring. Cool. So he must be dealt with. I don't have bone charms yet. Lore and maps. I have lots of findings, but I have no audiographs, no lore, no maps. Okay. So there's a lot. Like, there's a lot of bits and pieces in this game. Bodies can be picked up and carried, because that's, you know, a big deal. Hiding the evidence of your many crimes.
No time for that now.
Absolutely there is not. Safe room.
This won't open without my ring. Ramsey has it.
And there's the throne room. Yeah, so let's tidy up. Oh, some coins. Great. Yeah, I am the type of player who would save scum, ransack places, search the shit out of them. I would try and optimize my play experience. I was not a run and gun, let's see what happens player. Okay. Tutorial lean. By holding triangle and moving L, you can lean around corners or peek over cover. Leaning allows you to look ahead without being seen by enemies. Alright. R1 is the takedown. Yeah, I got it. Conscious, sling him over the shoulder, back into the crouch, and pop him in here with his fellows. Do I have the key? Oh, I can just kill unconscious people as well, because, fucking, of course. Oh, no, that's not what I need. Oh, yeah, it's the big... Yep, I got the key. Cool, so if people have a mission critical item, if I knock them out, I automatically pick their pockets. It's possible I just pick their pockets anyway, mission critical or no. Alright. It's a shame I don't have a map of my own building. Like, it's a bit weird to me that, like, this is my home, and as a player I don't... I mean, it's not a game that gives... It is a game that gives maps, I think, but, like... Just appears to be linen cupboard, okay. Yeah, I don't want to get into open combat with anybody. Right, so I know I can pop in here if I need to. It's great. There is another ability that comes later that allows me to see through walls, which, you know, basically just means I can spy ahead, see where enemies are. Like, the supernatural abilities are what make this game. As a stealth game, I need, you know, combat reticles and cool, cheaty maneuvers. Oh, audiograph.
Emily, I know times are hard. You're the ruler of 4 nations. I won't pretend to understand the pressure you're under. Only you, and your mother before you, could know what that's like. Whoever's killing off your enemies is doing so for calculated effect, undermining us. I do know what it's like to be blamed for murders you didn't commit. But trust me, we'll find this crown killer, and they'll pay. Tomorrow is the anniversary of her death. sad day for sure. But I want you to remember all that's happened over the last 15 years. You've held on to the throne, and you've done what you thought was right for the people of the Empire. You drained the flooded district, kept the gangs in check, and yesterday we launched a magnificent ship bearing Jessamine's name. You're becoming the sovereign your mother wanted you to be, and I'm proud of you.
His voice is a little too grimdark. Like, being a silent protagonist before was far more interesting to me. It stretches the imagination in terms of conversation. And I feel like you made, you know...
Oh, something stinks around here. It's not my job to clean it up.
You would, you know, talk, I think, as Corvo. You would have conversation choices. But you wouldn't hear a voice. And then they give him a voice in the second game, and I'm like, they've leaned so hard into the standard male protagonist voice. They've made him so gruff. And it's a plot point. It's a relevant thing that he is a, he's not originally from Dunwall. He's a Serkonan male, I think. Like he's got a smaller build. He's a tight, compact little man, like a monkey, basically. And this is why he's, you know, one of the things that's deadly about him is his small stature, but his relative strength. And then here they just make him sound like he, you know, weighs 300 pounds and eats cigars for breakfast. I don't know. Crown Killer. Dunwall citizens express shock and fear as yet another outspoken critic of Empress Emily Caldwin has met with a violent demise. The latest victim is none other than Ichabod Boyle, notable entrepreneur and supporter of the arts. Boyle recently wrote an opinion piece harshly criticising the Empress for what he called her slipshod style of governance and her willful neglect of duties. Authorities are convinced the Crown Killer is the culprit, given the gruesome details left at the crime scene. As Her Majesty's most outspoken adversaries fall one by one to this notorious assassin, we boldly ask, is it now the duty of the Royal Protector to murder all who dare criticise the throne?
It sure reeks. I gotta get a spare uniform.
Where is my quarry? Oh, alright, there's one. Is there another? Oh shit. Alright. Yeah, you better check the time. Oh, never mind.
Traitors.
It's probably not necessary. This whole area seems pretty quiet. You hang out over there. Yeah, I've done two kinds of playthrough of the first game. The fucking kill whoever you want, dark ending. This is a game about assassinations. Like, each mission is, here is a person or persons you need to eliminate. And the very obvious thing to do is just turn up, kill them, and leave. And the level design is amazing, and, you know, lots of different paths you can take and actions you can use. Different builds you can construct based on the upgrades you select and what you pour your sort of skill points into. But then, there is also a non-lethal way to remove... Oh, that's right. I'm just going to run upstairs real quick because there was something on... Oh, I need to open these as well. Search every nook, every cranny, because cash money buys munitions, supplies, etc. Yeah, each one of these assassination missions in the first Dishonored had a non-lethal option. And these were often more interesting in terms of the plot, because it wasn't just fucking, you know, kill someone and call it good. Or kill, like, literally everybody you find. Oh, audience request. Captain Mayhew, you don't know me, but you've got to tell the Royal Protector that I have urgent need of his time. I'm carrying a message that has to be delivered face to face. Tell him I'm working with Anton Sokolov, an old friend. So that's a character from the first game. All the boats are being sent away from the docks, but I'll delay as long as I can. Tell Lord Corvo to find me there. My ship is called the Dreadful Whale. Megan Foster. Okay. So that's how I know. Oh, I can set alarms on a clock. There are just more mechanics for creating distractions, diversions and such, which I fucking really appreciate. Okay, so I could have looked down and... Oh, this wasn't a way down. Okay. I thought I was choosing the circuitous route when in fact I was choosing the route. The way down. Alright, cool. This was all pretty linear, pretty easy, makes sense. First mission. Fine, fine, fine. Oh! Crafty telling me that it's the same voice actor from the Thief games for Corvo. Interesting, okay. Alright. So because there is a chance that this will become the save that I continue using, okay, either kill or knock out Mortimer. Okay.
The throne room blocked off, we should have the time we need. Just stay here and stall anyone who comes by. I'll be back when I've searched the royal chambers, assuming I don't accidentally lock myself in this damn safe room.
We'll cover for you if anyone from the Duke's party returns. This is exciting. Everything's changing.
Yes, the natural order is...
Okay, he's coming up here. Which means we hide in the cupboard. We wait for him to come by, and we fuck him up. Right? I feel like that's the pretty clear play. Yeah, so this game, you know, does baby you a little in the way that modern games want to do now. I say modern games. It is a staple that, like, okay, I just know through psychic power, not even psychic power, I don't even have magic powers at this point, I just fucking know where he is. Right? In a stealth game, it is amazing. I love it. I was going to attempt a one-shot, and I still might, a one-shot at some point. Oh, fuck.
You.
I didn't hide that particular body. I didn't think about this part. Oh well, that's fine. It would have been worse if I'd murdered him. Or not worse, it would have just been like, oh well, there's no, you know, what am I meant to do? Yeah. But yeah, I had a plan once upon a time, and I still might do it, of having a Dishonored style D&D one-shot, where everybody plays warlocks. And I had ideas for the different warlock builds to hand people, but it would very much be this Dishonored style of, you know, crawling around, hiding, moving about, killing people. Or, you know, just knocking them out. Did I plan too far ahead? Did this all get disrupted when... Okay, he's ascending the stairs. This keyhole... This is a... Look at the power of this keyhole, my god. I'm just turning the door in its frame. Ridiculous.
Where are you hiding?
Man, I don't want to fight him.
You're as good as dead!
Okay, yeah, I have not, Yeah, it even tells me low chaos, okay. Create a new save game. Absolutely I will. I don't get to name them, but they are time-stamped. Let's... Oh, he's coming this way. Alright.
Come on! Let's finish this! Think you're smart? I'll find you.
Oh, loot. Gotta press the loot button. Looted.
This won't leave my hand again.
Alright, let's do it. He's even snoring.
Anton Sokolov made this lock.
Okay. Here I am in my Imperial safe room. Time to rob myself. Get all my spare change.
I spent so many nights in here after the rat plague.
Yeah, there was quite the rat plague in the first game. So that, okay, so that's a marker saying there is the individual that Mortimer Ramsey, who I could have killed, but I spared because I'm going low chaos. No idea what this does. Whispers of the Void. Treatise on the physical existence of that foreign realm. These little glimpses of the void in dreams or described by those awoken from comas are not limited to select few. In my interviews, I've gleaned that there is not a single citizen without such visions at one time or another. This then must be a real place, not folklore or mass delusion. Perhaps it exists deep below the earth or far above it. Perhaps it is right next to us but hidden. Some trick of the light or wondrous curtain bars us from fully knowing it, and we all but wait for a natural philosopher to unlock the phenomenon to show us how to see it at will. But when so revealed, it will not be a fearsome place any longer, not the distant and special realm described in the myth of the outsider. It will be strange, yes, even unsettling, but nonetheless it will be a new realm for us to explore and eventually conquer. What new treasures await us there? Are the lakes made of liquid diamond, the clouds of weightless silver gas, and what things would we learn? More about the... Okay, so this is the first excerpt, I think. It is a common story. A person has stopped breathing, pinned under carriage wheels or some other tragic happenstance, and is thought to be dead. But when the weight is removed, they make a quick recovery. But nonetheless, for a moment or two, this person was lost to us, lost to the world itself. And what did they experience while in this temporary death? Darkness? Nothingness? No, indeed not. They tell us, as so many before have, that they were in a particular place and can describe it vividly. And who among us does not know the place? Have we not all seen it in our dreams? This place we share in the farthest reaches of our minds. The realm where nothing makes sense, where one is at both lost and at home. The void. Oh, sorry, just turning on a fan real quick. I'm feeling this heat. Oh, there we go. Low setting. Yep. Whew. Cool. We also don't have to do low chaos. I mean, you know, the thing about this game is you play and you get the experience you want. An elixir. So, tutorial on elixirs, please. The Atomire solution replenishes mana, and the S&J health elixir replenishes health. Yep. Quick access wheel. How do I quick access wheel? Because this is how I change weapons and stuff as well. Whole L1. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay. Great. Bone charms. Excerpt from a book on sailing traditions in Scrimshaw. Bone charms, a sailor's blessing, they say. The carving itself is a practice from long back, passed from salty dogs to young greenhorns still finding their sea legs. In old times, sailors cut into the tusks of ice seals and in the arm-long fangs of the bears that roamed the islets north of Tivia. Once the whaling trade began, the practitioners began engraving the bones of those great beasts, rendering charms that sing in the night and grant some small boon, increasing a lover's vigor or providing defense against pregnancy. Bone charms are indeed very cool. I didn't use them as prophylactics, but, you know, I had other things to do. Crown Killer strikes again. Yep,
the Crown Killer must be connected to all this, with the Duke and Delilah.
Well, obviously. Clearly, Emily. Jeez.
I have a feeling I'll need these.
Yep, pistol combat, terrible. Eyeglass, sure. Oh, press R3 to use the spyglass. Sweet. Oh wow, look at them chompers. Jeez. These are things to carry. Yep. Corvo Atano. Oh, this is part 2. Is there a part 1? No? Alright, let's just look at part 2. Corvo Atano, the Royal Protector in our times. Oh. Oh, network errors? Yeah, I'm still streaming. Yeah, it's not a lot I can do, I think. Corvo Atano, Royal Protector in our times. In an act of rebellion, young Jessamine Caldwin chose Corvo as her Royal Protector when Corvo was 19 and she was 12. He served her loyally as a bodyguard, courier, and some say spy, before and after she was crowned Empress. Though it was scandalous gossip at the time, it was said they began a love affair around 1823, when Jessamine was 18 and Corvo 25. It's kind of creepy. A little bit creepy, dude. The next chapter of Atano's life is something out of a legend. During the time of the Rat Plague, when the Empress fell, so first game, Corvo was accused of regicide and sentenced to execution. He was thrown into Coldridge Prison and publicly reviled. He escaped, and as part of a small conspiracy dedicated to throwing down the tyrannical Lord Regent, Corvo struck back at the people who killed the Empress and who wronged him. As the Lord Regent fell, the Loyalist conspiracy turned on Corvo, poisoning him. Surviving through some inner resilience, he located the true assassin of the Empress and fought his way out of the flooded district. Corvo eventually cornered the last of the Loyalists on King Sparrow Island at the Burrows Lighthouse and rescued Emily Caldwin, heir to the throne. The romantic involvement between Corvo Atano and the Empress Jessamine Caldwin was a terribly kept court secret, and thus it is widely held that Emily Caldwin is their daughter. Following the interregnum, Corvo watched over Emily as she began to rule the Empire of the Isles. Part 1. His parents were older at the time of his birth, and his father died in a lumber accident outside the city when Corvo was still young. Around that time, his only sibling, a firstborn sister, moved away to Morlaix, and the family subsequently lost all contact with her. Interesting. So he has a sister. Only 16, Corvo dazzled the people of Karnaca. That's right. He's not Sir Conan. He's from Karnaca. When he entered and won the annual Blade Verbena. The spectators from all over Serkonos. Oh, okay, so Karnaca is the capital of Serkonos, I think? Yeah. Were thrilled to see someone so young and striking from a working-class family advance through duel after duel, eventually taking the prize. This unexpected outcome secured Corvo a junior officer ranking in the Grand Serkonan Guard. As a soldier, he was involved in a number of conflicts against organised criminal groups, rogue city-states within Serkonos, and pirate bands along the chain of islands radiating east from Serkonos. Sent from his homeland at the age of 18 by the Duke of Serkonos, then Theodanis Abel, father of Luca Abel, Corvo was assigned to serve the Emperor in Dunwall as a diplomatic gift. His Serkonan heritage made him a bit of an outsider in Dunwall, but the capital city must have seemed exotic and full of old-world mystery. A few months after he moved to Dunwall, it is recorded that Corvo received word that his mother had passed away several weeks after his departure from Karnaca. So he has a sister, which I don't remember, but I didn't play much of this game. Serkonos is it's humid. Blood flies, like mosquitoes, are a thing. Emily, I didn't want to wake you this morning. Oh, this is from Wyman. But you'll forgive me, since we must have said goodbye 100 times yesterday night, and the only chance I get to see you with your hair all whichever way is while you're asleep. As soon as the sun rises, you put on your Empress face. It makes me happy that I know your real face, the one that laughs at our silly rhymes. I don't want to go back to Morlaix, but I'm needed there. It'll be 4 months before we see each other again. I'll miss you. And yes, I'll bring you some white leaf tobacco for your hookah. Lord Corvo, if you're reading this letter as per your royal protective functions, know that I am joking and perfectly aware that the white leaf tobacco is forbidden in Crystal. Take care, my darling Emily. Don't go falling from a rooftop. I love you. Wyman. Oh, so much fruit. Look, just going to go to waste otherwise. Fruit. These are all carry. I'll fully interact with. I should turn off that stove, but I'm not going to. So, yeah. Alright. I've grabbed what I Any... Oh, no.
The reserves won't help against Delilah, even if I had a way to carry it all out of here.
Oof, yeah, that's, Yeah, it's still, like, I knocked him out and I moved to the next area. Do I really need to know where he is? Oh, wow, like childhood drawings? Or these, like... I say childhood, this could just be her style. Interesting. Alright. Let me check my objectives in case, you know, I'm... Oh, I've got to place him in the safe room? That was the other option? Okay, so I haven't actually done the thing yet. Well, do we do that or do we kill him? How vengeful are we feeling? I leave it open to chat. Does he live or does he not? He did get our redheaded girlfriend stabbed, it's true. I'm gonna save. On the off chance I decide that I don't want this. Like, cause this is not a game I'll play constantly on stream, but I can always replay this bit. At the very least, we're not killing him here, like right in front of the door to our secret hiding place. No, he gets killed in the fucking laundry cupboard. Oh, that positioning, yeah. Yeah, putting him in the safe room seems stupid, right? I want to give Delilah as little information as possible about who we are and what we're doing. Yeah, he dies. And that wasn't particularly...
That was for my father.
That wasn't a particularly gruesome death. Like, it wasn't the sort of the show kill it could have been. But, that's because I killed him while asleep. It's like, you know, it's a death saving throw. I made him fail thrice in one blow. Yeah, change areas. Yeah, the thing about the first game, I replayed it and loved the DLC and tooled around in that game so much because I loved the world. Like, I just liked being there. I liked the movement, I liked sneaking around. It felt good to be in Dunwall. This game, it's good to be back in Dunwall, and it's good to have new graphics, and it's good to, you know, have some new tools that I'm about to get, but it remains to be seen whether it has the same feel of, you know, wanting to stay in this world. I mean, the game isn't based in Dunwall, we're just starting here. I don't think that's going to be too much of a deciding factor, but yeah, I'm intrigued. So I would like to play and finish this game. Let's see if, like, maybe that's my 2020.
Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding.
Oh, we have a weenie.
Make my way to the docks.
Hello, weenie. Welcome, welcome. Well, you just recently played Dishonored 1. Well, welcome to Dishonored 2. We've done like an hour's worth of content, so I think I'm personally beyond trying to catch you up. I think we're past the imminent plot point. I'm just going to go do sneaky stabby for the moment. So we are indeed Emily. Chapter 12, The Whaling Trade. In 1631, Emperor Finlay Morgengard commissioned the first fleet of vessels made expressly for the hunting and processing of whales. They were powered by sails alone, and so were at the mercy of the winds. Although these whaling ships were small by current standards, Morgengard's fleet established the robust whaling trade we still enjoy today. Modern whaling vessels are much larger and use steam power to traverse the seas in search of whales. Did you know that every part of the beast is used? In addition to the canned meat and whale oil, there is also a flourishing whalebone trade. Baleen is used in roofing. Whale skins are processed into crude cloth. Bladders are made into wine flasks. Even the intestines are carefully harvested for their precious ambergris, used in many medicines and perfumes. Handwritten note at the end of the chapter. Emily, half of Morgengard's whalers fell to the rough coast east of Morley. You can still see the remains of ships poking out of the water should you ever visit Arran. Also, there's no mention here that it was Sokolov himself who designed the first steam-powered whaling ships. He'll tell you all about it if you ask, and he's sober.
What would my old governess say? Callista would probably tell me to sit up straight and to marry Wyman. She'd ask me when the War of the Four Crowns ended. 1625.
Well, here we are poking through the old storage. Yep. Some of the figures from the first game. The twins there. Ah, the first game's so fucking good. Smashed and boarded up and old and bad. Not going to find bucks here, but I'm going to find info. Excerpt on a historical examination of Dunwall Tower. For over a century, Dunwall Tower has been the capital of the Isle of Bristol and the seat of power across all the isles of the Empire. Rulers have come and gone, each adding something to the structure. Gardens, observatories, new walls, pools, and specialised interior chambers to suit their needs and whims. Dunwall Tower has withstood numerous wars, several large-scale fires, and the collapse and rebuilding of the northern wing. With Tivia and Serconus joining the Empire first, it was Morley that resisted longest. Some of the conflicts that arise also necessitate the further fortification of the tower. Repeated assassination attempts near the end of the conflict with Morley resulted in the creation of the Royal Protector position, with each ruler choosing his or her own Royal Protector after careful consideration. That's cool. Empress Jessamine Caldwin. Perhaps in retrospect, other historians will see how easy it was for us to fall into the trap set by the schemers who managed the assassination of Empress Jessamine Caldwin. By allowing them to write history, it was for years thought that her trusted protector, Corvo Attano, was also her murderer, a concept we now know to be utterly false. Yet even after the tricksters themselves were put down, banished or imprisoned, it remained common knowledge that the royal protector was also Jessamine's murderer. How nicely they arranged history for us, and how readily we devoured their stories, hungry for each perfectly cooked morsel. But it is well past time for us to set aside this plate of lies. The schemers were not to be trusted with the Empire or with Jessamine's life, and they are certainly not to be trusted with the writing down of accurate histories. That's amazing. Like, some of this ancillary text writing is fucking dope. Really enjoy it. Alright. Bless you, Crafty, for filling in the gaps for Weenie. I thoroughly appreciate it. I would say you're doing the Lord's work, but I'm not going to say that. I mean, I did, but, you know. Not in a directed fashion. Yeah, we're picking up coins. To close that shitter. Alright. Let's peek. Alright, all seems good. Alright.
Gotta get out of Dunwall.
The flourish on the spin of that pistol. Yeah, the verticality of this. This is my fucking playground.
Gotta get away. I should talk to the captain of that ship.
Yep, that's the ship. Okay, mission clues. Reach the ship. Megan Foster's ship is just off the docks and represents your best hope for escape. Objectives. That's the wrong button. Yeah, reach the streets. Lore and maps. I have findings. I have one audiograph. I have a lot of lore. Interesting. These are findings and not lore. But I don't think they are mission critical? Interesting. God, what I would give to write for a game like this, for a series like this. Oh! Yeah. Okay. This is an acceptable drop. Yep. Presumably, yeah, this is all, yeah. Like I said, I've played through this bit once before, so I have vague sense memories. Also, the game is leading me by the nose. Like, the next objective is not the streets, it is the way for me to get down to the streets. Given the labyrinthine nature of some of these levels, I do appreciate it. I love that, you know, they have ventilation shafts. It's not...
What do I have to do to help my father? What do I have to become?
It's not quite steampunk, I would say. Like, a case can be made for it to be steampunk. I think... God, it's like anything, isn't it? It's like any genre or any subgenre. There are going to be core tenets that people think are the thing. And then there's going to be quibbling over whether something has enough of one or the other. I'm sure there are some people who think quite happily that this is steampunk, and they're welcome to think so. I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm trying to think what steampunk means for me, and it's not this. I think steampunk, like... This is really grim. I think the grimness of this world and the magical aspect, to me, is what separates it from steampunk. Again, contentious perhaps for some. Oh no, that's fine. That's enough. Then Emily can have a little bit of non-fall damage as a treat. Okay. Drop takedown. Okay, let me show this. Let me see this tutorial. I was always so terrible at these in the first game. Always whiffed these. Whale Punk, Woban the Wonder Dog. I like that actually. Whale Punk is pretty good. Oh, I'm being pinged. Worlet Weenie asks... Oh, so Worlet Weenie is asking if this game is mechanically different to play. So I'm playing it on PS4, and I played the first one and its DLC on the 360. So already you've got the controller differences. But by and large, it's basically the same, I think. It feels the same so far. I've yet to get into the nitty-gritty of, you know, having the quick action wheel, switching between powers and the like. But for the moment, it feels pretty similar. I would say there's enough similarity there. Okay, press R2 just before landing to perform a drop assassination. R1's non-lethal. Let's go with non-lethal for now. Giving me a nice ledge. Just enjoying Smoko. All right. Oh, the red dot, and look at that targeting. Look at that drift. That's going to be good for ranged attacks. Should I, you know, get myself some, because pistol, raises the alarm. What I want is the crossbow, but I'm sure that'll turn up. Okay, R1 is non-lethal if I recall.
You're not fit for the watch uniform.
Correct. Loot. Give me a fucking lunch money. I like bread. They're all whiskey tumblers. Nobody drinks out of just glasses. Alright. So, if I remember correctly, despite my experience playing the first game, my prowess as Corvo Atano, I was fucking god-awful terrible at this first area. I don't know if it's just not conducive to my playstyle of being very sneaky, cautious.
The city's crawling with the Duke's men.
Listen up, I have bad news. Ramsey's dead.
Damn right.
Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily Coldwin has apparently fled the scene. We've got to find her. That's it, you've got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Circano, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now.
Okay, they're prowling. That is electrified rail, otherwise this entire level would be too easy. That area is not accessible from here. Might contain goodies, but that just seems like too much effort. I think the idea is that I get down into this area, creep and crawl. I remember just sprinting the end bit. I got to the boat, but like, fucking barely.
Emily Caldwin has been accused of high crimes against the state. Anyone caught harboring her is equally guilty of treason.
Okay, well, people don't look up so much, so I feel like I can make this drop pretty comfortably. In fact, I feel like I have to, yeah. Where are we at in terms of people wandering about? I think this is safe to make the drop.
2 more months, she says, and she'll leave him.
Oh, full up. Okay.
Wait.
Stay ready. I want you in place just after the Duke and our new Empress make their appearance. Things will happen fast. Do your part, and there's a share of the spoils for you and the others. Turn on me now, and I ask the Duke to send his assassin after your dear old parents. Okay. So the Duke has an assassin, obviously the Crown Killer. Trust me, the so-called Crown Killer is the last dinner guest you want in your home, Mortimer Ramsey. Alright, so the conspiracy is being made pretty plain. Oh, Crafty's talking about the time we were at PAX and we had the world building art director. Oh man, yeah, so good. Yeah, this is a game studio I would so happily work for. Alright, let me get my gangster lean. Play your way. There are multiple ways to deal with enemy encounters. Kill them all. Defeat them non-lethally, escape and stay out of sight until they give up searching for you, use powers, gadgets and trickery to creatively overcome the situation. This is the whole selling point of the game. I remember, I saw trailers and just sort of heard about the game generally, and... Oh.
He says kill her, and I said, figure this sauce. What's
Oh.
going on? What's going on? Stop!
Yep, already just terrible. Nope.
She's wounded! Let's finish her!
Yeah, I'm fucking dead, that's fine. Yeah. I'm so bad at this game. That's fine. Whew, I should have checked. Restart from like checkpoint. I think I hadn't saved since... And checkpoint's just going to be out into this area, I presume. God. Yeah, I didn't check the street. I was just like, oh, here's somebody with his back turned. Oh, I'm talking to chat. Ah, well. All good. Oh, I'm liking the steampunk chats as well. The delineation betwixt.
The city is crawling with the Duke's men.
Listen up. I have bad news. Ramsey's dead. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters.
Add
and
that
Emily
to our
Caldwin has
inventory.
apparently fled the scene. We've got to find her. That's it. We've got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Circano, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now.
Alright, I'm going to save now, and then I'm going to fucking hop down over this wall, I think. And let's see what that does for us. Cool, I kill, a dickhead, and I still get low chaos. I guess that's the thing. I'm not trying to get the clean hands achievement. I'm just going for the low chaos ending. Which means, you know, I can more or less do what I want within a degree. And thanks to these save files, I'll be told pretty explicitly.
They don't gotta say it twice. Request for new boots, and what did I get? Sop.
Ha!
One useless sop.
The incidental dialogue in this game is wild. Already I love it. One thing that was weird about the first game is the incidental dialogue was,
Something's gotta give.
sort of felt like it was rolled randomly on a table.
The former Empress, Emily Caldwin, has been accused of high crimes against the state.
People would
Anyone
have a
caught
set of
harboring her
things
is
they could
equally
say
guilty of treason.
for or against. Oh man. I want to see through walls already. I'm literally going to save again. Oh, it's ordering them like so. Wait, is that right? Yes. Yes, my brain is functioning correctly. Yeah, any talk about genre delineation is extremely my shit. Look, buddy, you don't want to die, that's fine. You don't have to. You go that way. I go this way.
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. As of today, Delilah Caldwin is our new Empress. All hail Delilah, first of her name. Further, the former Empress, Emily Caldwin, is now wanted for treason. Any of you found harboring Emily Caldwin will be fined and arrested.
They mentioned fined first. Anyone harboring the ex-Empress will be taxed.
People of Dunwall, stay in your homes. You're advised to stay indoors during this time of unrest.
It's exceptional. I don't know how poorly I botched this before, because this is going pretty well now.
It's not my job to figure out.
2 more months, he says. And soon,
Ha.
That kiss.
The stuff people mutter. It's pretty great. Alright, let's risk a peek. Alright, seems good. Go, 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 go. Great. Okay, gotta go up top again. Not hearing anybody, which is largely how this... Oh. Okay. Huh. Sorry, bud. Snore it off. That was the most ridiculous takedown in the world. It's so funny how these games work, where he faced me, he would have seen me, I just needed to get into the right sort of position that I could press R1, hold R1, and win the video game. It's ridiculous. I love it. Woburn to Wonderdog pointing out, I'm going to the bear pits tomorrow, you want to come with? Yeah, I love the incidental dialogue in the first game. It lives within me forever. Crafty pointing out, even on days off for an academic stream, it's true, it's true. I love to pick this stuff apart. Alright. Whew. Onward.
The impertinence. No one says no to me. Not if they expect to be paid, that's for certain.
Okay, so some guards were clearly loyal-ish.
Road is blocked by order of the City Watch.
Locked? What am I supposed to do now?
Not my concern, citizen. I'd advise you to return to your home.
If I can't get through, that's it for my shop. The entire month will be ruined.
You don't want to be out on the streets right now. Move along.
Oh.
People of Dunwall, aiding a fugitive is now punishable by death.
Aid the City Watch in this time of transition.
Oh. This shirt reeks. I gotta get a spare uniform.
Seems to be a good... Alright, I'm gonna save again real quick because if there are goodies up there, I might want them. Yeah, this is exactly how I play Dishonored. And I'm doing a lot of saving, not with... I'm not planning to do a lot of save scumming in terms of a lot of loading. I'm just a quick save. I grew up on like Half-Life and shit. Oh, pear soda. Oh, that does sound good. What's that say? Brined hagfish. Ooh. That's zesty. Yeah, the squalor. Oh, this is the upward climb. Oh, I did not get any of this. Yeah, I ended up being shot at and stabbed and had to do like the most ridiculous sprint. Let's go exploring. That's the joy of this game. Is I'm exploring this space in a way that the rest of you fucking can't. Look at the cool shit I can do. Look at the cool shit I discovered. No? Okay. This is less about... Right. Yeah, it's not about there being secrets at every turn, more about this having a consistent... There are pipes leading a lot of places. The world is not explicitly built. I mean, it is explicitly built, but you know. Yep. There are trains. I gotta jump that. Yeah, I sprinted along there. I took a lot of damage. I think I died several times just trying to swim out to the ship. And now I'm just gonna... This rules. This is so much better. Oh, let's save for posterity, but pretty sure we got it. Pretty sure we're getting there. Oh, there's a chain to climb. I did not see the chain. I will check that in a moment. But well, let's Weenie asking, what's the alarm? There was an alarm? Did I miss something? Was I sleeping? Had I slept? Or is there a chain down here? I'm just going in the drink. Yeah, they leaned in on the sound of somebody emerging from the water with barely any oxygen left. Is this... Am I meant to be able to sort of... Yeah, I am.
Is there any chance I could slip past all these uniformed assholes and get into the tower myself? Hey! Over here!
Hey, hey!
Lady Emily. You won't get far with that face. Stamped on half the coins in the city.
There's a coup underway and I'm being blamed for the Crown Killer murders. I don't care what my face looks like.
My name's Megan Foster. I work with an old ally of yours, Anton Sokolov. We learned something scary down in the south. And I came to warn you.
I know, Anton. But Corvo's gone. The Duke of Serkonos is here with a woman named Delilah. They massacred everyone in the throne room. Then she did something I can't explain. There was nothing to do but run.
Sometimes that's all you can do. This is my ship, the Dreadful Whale. We can head out as soon as you're ready.
I need to get to Karnaca where the Crown Killer murders started. Delilah must have been down there for a while, and I've got to figure out what's going on.
You're Corvo's daughter. I'll give you that. Should we go?
Yes.
Yes, I'm ready.
There's always more to explore, but no. Okay. I don't get the merciful, but I was never detected. Ghostly. Oh, wow. 256 out of almost 1,500 coins. And I got 0 paintings. I forgot you could grab paintings. Oh, shit. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Coin of the Realm. Took what gold you could carry from the Dunwall Tower safe for emergency reserves. Yeah. Oh, wow. There's the chart over there. The stealth non-lethal versus lethal assault. That's cool. Yeah, alright. And that took me 1 hour and 4 minutes. Yeah, of course. Because this is how I play. Look, this was how I played missions before. Never mind the stream. I'm a long-winded player of games of this sort. Oh, goddamn. Very cool. Alright. I mean, I don't think I ever got the achievements for getting all the loot in levels. That was not something I was terribly good at. Yeah, the only achievements I tried to get were clean hands, which I did get. I don't think I got the ghost, whatever it's called, the one where you're never seen. I don't think I ever managed that. That was very tricky.
Am I still aboard Megan's ship? Feels odd.
Oh, that's right. Of course. Yeah, let's have some fun. Door blocked. And then I turn back. Yeah.
Where am I?
Awesome. I shudder to think what this game would be like in VR. I think this game might work in VR if all you do is move using blink. If it wasn't about walking, if it was about blinking. The game would be very different because you wouldn't want it to have combat. It would just have to be the stealth version of the game.
I can feel something moving closer. Watching.
Oh, that's right. They changed the voice actor for the Outsider. I remember not liking that because I loved the previous voice actor. And they had the previous voice actor in the Dishonored 2 trailer.
Empress Emily Caldwin. I am a friend of your father's from the bad old days.
Not that his voice is terrible.
I never expected us to meet. I watched your mother die at the hands of schemers who wanted your little empire. Then you were rescued by a man in a strange mask. I thought that was the end of the excitement. But someone yanked the rug from under your feet. You've lost your throne and your father. And I promise, Delilah won't just give them back. So, what are you prepared to do about it? Your Imperial Majesty? And are you clever enough to do it without spilling a river of blood? I asked Corvo those questions 15 years ago. This is the moment that changed him. Now it's your turn.
Oh yeah, that's right, the no powers mode. There wasn't a no powers mode in the first game, but there was the, I think the Only Flesh and Steel achievement, where you play the entire game without using any of the Outsiders' powers. But fuck that. Give me that mark.
Burns from the inside. I feel like I'm standing at the edge of something. All the stories, they're true.
So I don't have Blink, I have Far Reach.
Incredible. This is how I'm going to save my father and reclaim the throne.
I mean, this is cool. This is cool. It remains to be seen whether I will prefer this to Blink, but I like that it's different. I like that it's unique. Oh. So this is going to be something relevant in the future, no doubt. Yeah, here's the wheel. Yeah, cool. Some kind of bloodletting. Some kind of incredibly primitive surgery. Yeah. Like Portal, Dishonored was a game that I played it enough that
Corvo mentioned being here once.
It twisted. She doesn't say father, she says Corvo a lot. If you play games like Portal or Dishonored long enough, you start looking around your world and going, I could blink to that, or, you know, I reckon that's a Portal acceptable surface. Oh, the heart. Oh, shit.
Know you. Do you remember? It's been so long, and you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself, it's good to know you're there.
Mother? You're here, but you're not here. In my hand, but somewhere else.
It's so explicit.
The last of my essence, with you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can.
So, use the heart to locate a rune. Alright, let me tutorial that. I missed the tutorial moment. Yeah, the writing in this is just that little bit too explicit for me. It's just it just constantly steps a little bit over the line of saying a bit too much. I liked how loose the first game was in a lot of those moments. It wasn't as explicit with its dialogue around these, you know, strange powers and the heart. I think, anyway. My memory of it is that it let you figure it out on your own, and this game is like, here's how it is. Let me explain it to you a few different ways, a few different times. Play around with it. Yeah, my preference is for less of that as much as possible. Lilith Weenie asking if you're Corvo, you'll be using old powers, I assume. I assume so. That would be my guess. Altcrafty saying they're apparently similar, but resetting with different progression choices. Yeah. Okay, so equip the heart.
There are no stars in the sky here. There is no sky.
That's right, and then... there you are. Yeah. Cool. Now that I've... up here. Or is this just the way that I came? That's just more. Yeah, when I saw gameplay footage and, you know, heard the hype around the first Dishonored, and I saw posters on buses, if I recall, I just fucking went out and pre-ordered / purchased the collector's edition right away. I was like, I want it. This world is too fucking good and I want it. And I was immediately rewarded for that. Which I'm pleased by.
Who is Delilah really? How could she? I don't understand.
So here we have presumably the many villains of our tale, including that individual who was almost certainly the Crown Killer, given the, you know... That is an assassin-y sort of vibe. Oh, you give me that rune. Yep. So chunky.
There's no one quite like Delilah. I watched her pull herself up from blood and filth, until she was in a position to steal from the wisest scholars in the Empire. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes fawning sycophants of those around her, all of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game. She took all the abuse the world could deal out, and now she has a crown. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
See, that's what I like. A light touch there. That's interesting to me. Direct the heart of a person to hear their secrets and get a sense of their morality. Interesting. Zoom in, slide, upgrading powers. Most others cannot see the heart. Good to know.
When I was 10 years old, bored with my lessons, I dreamed about sword fighting and sailing the ocean. Now I'm realizing that the world is stranger than I ever imagined. Everything I know has been turned on its head, but I'm dealing with it the best I can. When you look at the great jeweled map at Dunwall Tower, Karnaca is the southernmost port in the Empire. A fat, red ruby. That's how I always thought of it. Up close, the city smells like the ocean and strange spices. Up close, it's a tangled story of blood and ambition. The birthplace of my father. Megan Foster is a stranger, but there's something that makes me want to trust her, despite her guarded disposition. She got me out of Dunwall, and I need answers. Delilah and the Duke made me look like a murderer, using the Crown Killer to butcher my political adversaries. They took what was mine, and I'm gonna get it back.
Tutorial, Bone Charms. Alright, yeah. Runes and acquiring powers. Runes can be used to acquire supernatural powers. Open the journal, go to the powers tab to exchange runes for powers. Great. Bone Charms provide minor supernatural abilities. Locate them by listening to the song they emit or use the heart to detect them further away. By default, you can activate up to 5. I know that with upgrades you can get more.
Push out into the harsh world. You are alone, but for a few allies.
Duelist's Luck, Void Favor. I think they're there because this is the fancy edition. I just get given Bone Charms and a guitar and other shit. Let's equip. So Duelist's Luck, bullet packs have slight chance of containing 1 pistol bullet. Cool. And Void Favor, sometimes supernatural powers consume no mana. Fuck yeah. Oh, I can craft them? Oh shit. That's rad. Okay, let's check out powers. So, I have Far Reach for 2 runes, which means right now... Oh. Select... Okay, yeah. So I could have... Far Reach, useful for avoiding enemies. Aim the power at the ground or a structure in front of you. Cast it overhead ledges, of course. I can move through glass, breaking it. If I upgrade it, I can pull objects or enemies. If the power is used in stealth mode, your movement ends without further forward momentum. Oh, interesting. Pull objects. Either catching them or stepping aside and letting them fly past. Ooh, okay, that's cool. Gravity gun, basically. Or decelerate. Time is briefly slowed as you aim. Oh! If aiming Far Reach while falling, time slows, allowing you to move with more precision and to change directions. Oh, shit! So, Weenie, I don't know if you played the DLC, but one of the DLCs for the first Dishonored, where you play as Dowd, you have a different kind of blink, and that allowed mid-air movement, if I recall, and that was fucking awesome. I really liked that. The Dowd missions were great. A couple of them were really tough, like actually had me stuck for a bit, like a sort of boss fight thing, if I recall. But yeah, oh man, they were so good. I'm salivating. Okay, so Decelerate is a strong, immediate grab, because I just loved that. Oh no, Dark Vision. I need Dark Vision, like, right away. This is how I live in this game. I can see better in darkness and observe living beings through walls. Like, that's perfect. Yeah, that's the long favorite. Greater Dark Vision objects and security systems, that's also been a staple for me. Premonition, enemy routes and their current destination, that's amazing. Fuck. Oh, this game. Doppelganger, summon a shade of yourself that attracts enemies. Oh wow, if people destroy the Doppelganger, they think they got you. Trigger security systems, holy fuck. Confuse enemies, fades away. Fight enemies. Swap places with Doppelganger. Wow. Dominoes. Oh, I link two people together while the power is active. Any action taken affects all linked targets. So I can incapacitate or kill. Summon a doppelganger and link it to an enemy. Any damage you deal to your own doppelganger will be shared by the linked enemy. What the fuck, game? What the shit? Wow. Shadow Walk. Yep, so sort of invisible. Assassinate or incapacitate one enemy before returning to physical form. Rat Shadows. Improve shadow attack. Movement speed increased. Kill 3 people while as a shadow. Or incapacitate, which is good, it's not just kill. That seems pretty me. Mesmerize. Summon a void spirit. Void entity that captivates 2 humans or hounds, then removes their short-term memory. Wow, okay. 3 enemies. 4, yep, okay. Or just enhancements. So, I loved Time Stop in the previous game. I found that fucking super great. That was a favorite. Strength. Vitality, reflexes. Which is probably not as... agility, yep. Jump height and distance is going to be fucking incredible. Bloodthirst. Yeah, that's a combat thing, that's not for me. Bone... here we go, crafting. Wow, okay. And Shadow Kill. Yeah, do not have to hide bodies, because they, yeah. I mean, that's, if you're going for the kill. Or turn into blood flies. Fuck. Fucking A. Alright. This is a lot. And it's just past 9. And we've been playing since, like, you know, 7:30 maybe. Oh, jeez. Knife of Dunwall, yeah. And Brigmore Witches, oh man, yeah. Shadow Kill, very high chaos ending. Oh yeah. Well, Weenie, I recommend replaying Dishonored and getting the low chaos ending, because plot-wise it's actually quite different. Oh, there's a room close by. Oh look, I'll deal with that. So I'm going to save, and I'm probably going to call it for tonight. I could keep playing, but it would be committing to more... Like, I'm not just going to be playing a small bit, I'm going to be playing a mission / exploring the ship and other stuff. And, yeah, the silly season, as it is ridiculously called, has officially begun. And I got to save my energy. And I haven't had the second part of my dinner, so yeah, absolutely calling it. But this was fun. This was great. Holy shit, this game. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's break time. So I don't think I'll stream next week because we are lining up social catch-up times, family stuff, in-laws stuff. So I think I'll try and keep the Monday free. I think I'll just try and smooth out that time. If I do play, I'll just play more Dishonored, I think. Just something a bit less stressful. But I gotta say, I really like playing Dishonored. Maybe this is, like, I don't know. Streaming takes it out of me. I enjoy streaming. But it does take a little bit of extra energy. My fantasy is that, you know, I keep up the normal SciFiAIguy Monday night stream and then somehow wedge in an extra stream where I play something like Dishonored, or just a game that I want to play independent of academic poking. But that is energy and time dependent, and I often skip Monday streams actually because I'm wiped, so maybe this is committing too much. So, yeah, who knows, maybe I'll just play Dishonored off stream as a treat for me. As a 2020 treat. So I can have that. That's something I can have. Place asking for Untitled Goose Game. You are not wrong. That is a game I need to obtain, and that is a game I need to play, and I need you guys to see it and comment on it. That's what I need. These are the things that I need. Yeah. That will be a 2020 aim for sure. Alright guys, this has been amazing. So good to see you, Weenie. It has been wonderful. Lovely to meet you as well, Wobinty Wonderdog. Thank you for dropping by. No gods, no kings, only honk. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays, whatever suits you. Yeah, see you all soon. Fare thee well.